What have you learned about being in the playoffs that maybe even go back to game one, Spencer Brown in the postseason? What would you tell that guy that you know now about what it's like?
I mean, just enjoy it. There's a lot of teams at home right now that wish they're in the playoffs, and it's hard to get there. I've been there 5 out of 5 times now, so I've been familiar with it. But it's definitely a harder thing to accomplish than people make it out to be. So just enjoying it and playing good football.
How much does the experience help of having all those games?
I'm definitely not as freaked out as I was when I was a rookie. That's for sure. Especially walking into Kansas City, that's the craziest playoff game I've ever been a part of. But not all of them are going to be like that. But just play your game and don't make it bigger than it is.
What's tough? What makes it tough to win on the road in the playoffs?
I think just because everything's a lot faster. Everybody's playing balls to the walls, if you want to say that, and the crowd's really going to enjoy it. I don't remember the last time Jacksonville had a playoff game. It's probably been a little bit, but when we get in the playoffs, the crowd atmosphere is definitely different, and I appreciate that. Playing at home, it has its perks, but being dead quiet out there when you're doing your job is, I wouldn't say it really gets me out of bed in the morning, but like playing against a loud crowd in a hostile environment, it's good football.
Speaking of that, Spencer, they do a lot of things up front where they move guys around. How much will communication really be imperative being on the road this week?
I mean, that's just something we talk about every single week. It's no different going down there, but playoff atmosphere is when you really got to lay into your fundamentals and make sure we're all on the same page because you're not really getting another game next week. So, just making every single play count. And we got a good group up front that knows that. And then we talk well. We barely talk. But when we do talk, it's everything's delivered properly.
How unique is the defense in that they're a little bit of a hybrid between 60 minutes of hair on fire like you would get against Spags and 60 minutes against Too High Shell, and you're just dealing with a D end all day like you might with a Fangio defense. They really kind of hybrid it. How unique is that?
Yeah, that's a credit to them. Being able to play whatever style they need to is definitely advantageous towards them. And they have a good personnel group over there. We played them last year. I don't expect it to be the same game we played last year, but brought some guys in, got new guys, and I think the guys are really buying into what Cohen's doing over there. And Trevor Lawrence is playing good football, and the defense can get create turnovers and get the ball back to him. So just the main goal for us, just hold on the ball and take care of business.
You guys have been a top rush offense. They have a very good rush defense. The challenge of that, and also the excitement of that, of going against somebody good and needing to be really good this week.
Yeah, line of scrimmage is massive in the playoffs, and also time of possession is massive in the playoffs. So there's definitely, you win the game on line of scrimmage every weekend, and we take pride in what we do, and I'm sure they do the same. So we'll see what happens on Sunday.
You can't ignore the other team, how good they are at doing one thing well that you guys do well as well, which is shut down the run. But you also want to stay who you are, right? Is that fair to say, and kind of do what you do best?
I mean, yeah, we'll have a plan going in, and that's subject to change if it's not going the way we want it to. But we're very confident in what we can do, and having Jimmy in the backfield. And if that doesn't work, I guess we're 17's an all right player, so I guess he can make plays too for us. But yeah, we'll have a good plan going in, and try to execute. And if it doesn't, we'll make some changes. But stay the course and just keep doing what we've been doing throughout the season, and just roll in the playoffs here.
Thoughts on James Cook being able to hold on to win the rushing title?
That was awesome. I texted my group chat after the first half, and I'm like, I really don't love that Derrick Henry has 111 rushing yards already, but shout out to the Steelers defense that slowed him down in the second half. But yeah, super happy for Jimmy. Everybody knows he's a quiet guy, goes about his business, and then he runs with his hair on fire. So, pride in our line room for making that happen, but he makes us all look good at the end of the day. So it's awesome.
How good do you feel physically, and was it for last week to not have to be out there for 70 snaps basically for you?
My body feels great. I think a lot of guys said the same out here during walkthroughs. They feel fresh and rejuvenized, got their feet back under them instead of just plowing into the playoffs. And I feel bad for Saibo. He had to go out there and work it, but he actually said today that his body feels surprisingly good. So I think all of us are, got a good week of rest and our feet under us and ready to roll.